His hand raised. I haven't even done it yet. Ask the question. How many of you ate too much Valentine's candy? And you at home could participate too. You can raise your hand if you had too much. If you're by yourself, it's all right. No one's home. You know, you get to raise your hand. Be honest. Well, Russell Hill's here to help us to kind of do some exercises we can learn at home and kind of maybe work off a little bit of that Valentine candy and also maybe some of that St. Patrick's Day candy. Is there any? Also the Easter candy, which is hitting the store shelves right now too. So Russell Hill here to talk about it. From Club Fit in downtown Little Rock. How you doing, Russell?
Doing well.
All right, so you've got, if it's things at home, you're going to try to use some normal everyday homes. This is like a broom handle.
Sure. Exactly.
So what would you do with that?
Okay, one of the things I like to have my clients do is a single leg deadlift. You can use this for balance. A lot of this will work balance as well, but also the low back, the glute, and the hamstring. And you'll take, stand on one leg, hold a weight. This could be a gallon jug of some liquid or whatever.
Or a big can of green beans or something.
There you go, anything. Give you a little bit of resistance. Use this as a balancing mechanism. Lean over, keeping the back flat. Stand up. This is all there is to it. That's
so important. You're putting it on the opposite one that you're diving on, you're landing on. It's important because if you're not used to doing that, you try to do it, and you're like, oh, I'm going to fall, and then you hurt yourself trying to regain your balance.
It can happen, and it's easier. You wouldn't think, well, I can do that. It's easy, but it's a little more difficult than you think. So you don't want to use a lot of weight.
Sure.
You want to keep your back flat and just try to balance on one leg the entire time you're doing this.
Are there some other things you can do as well with like the broomstick?
Well, what I do with this, you can do some stretching movements with it as well. Depending on your back, you know, a lot of people, depending on shoulder flexibility, can lean over at the waist, twist as far as you can. This is something you don't want to push you don't want to be very aggressive with.
Okay.
You'll know when to stop. Your body will tell you when to stop, and each time you try to do a little bit more.
Don't force to feel the burn.
Don't force it. Don't force it. Another thing you can do, you can use, depending on what your floor is, a paper plate or like a Frisbee or something like that, is what I call is a sliding lunge. You don't need the stick for this. You can use it where you'll put one foot in this, you'll slide back, stand up. And what you try to do is drag your body weight forward with the foot that's on the ground. Just like that.
All right, so it looks like you may be working the one that's sliding, but you're working on the one that you're standing on.
Drag your body forward through the heel of this foot that's on the ground.
Oh, okay.
And this is something else. As you get more advanced, you can add a little bit of weight. You'd want to hold the dumbbell. Once you get your balance, you could hold the dumbbell in the opposite hand of the leg that you're working. Do this right here. All right,
good tips. So these are things we can do at home.
Oh yeah.
Maybe give us permission to have a little other piece of Valentine's candy if it's left over still.
Doesn't hurt.
With Easter, it doesn't hurt. I love this guy. Russell, thanks so much for being here with us this morning. All right. Hey, we got the answer to the Coffee Talk trivia question when we come back.